everyone, Sophia here, My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my channel and another episode in my DIY bathroom makeover. You saw the beginning of the video. Yes, I am doing the trim today, which means that I'm almost done. Almost done. Behind the scene, I installed the mirror and the towel rack, so I'll show you those things in a second. I got the, what do you call it? Miter cell here, and I brought in one trim. I have this, which means that if you know how I operate, I'm going to measure twice and probably cut 5 times because measurements are not my thing, okay? But I am excited because I am doing the trim today, and it's going to really finish off the wallpaper. No wallpaper here, okay? I know a lot of people want me to do it. I also have a lot of people who don't want me to do it. The other thing I was thinking about was doing the wallpaper up to here and do a trim right here. That would allow me to make the trim really nice and straight, but I would have to buy another roll. I don't see the urgency of it, okay? It's fine the way it is. This is not, you know, again, a HD TV series. It's just my home. I don't care. So let's get started. I'm gonna show you the mirror and the towel rack, and then I'm gonna probably start by the corner by the door because they're shorter length, but they require, because they're shorter length, they require a lot of cuts, and yeah, I'm probably gonna mess it up. I need to stay positive. Okay, here's the new mirror. Da-da-da-da-da. So I told you I was gonna get a simple mirror with a black frame. Let me pull out a little bit. Got the tripod in the way. But this is what it looks like. Okay. Should I turn off the light so I don't blind you? Let me turn off the light so I don't blind you. No, it's the other one. There we go. Can you see it better? Right. So I wanted a mirror that was a little bit shorter but wider. Okay, so it's wider by about 3 inches and it's shorter by about 5, and it's a metal frame. It's got a little, what do you call it, lip right here. Easy to install, no big deal, you know, it works. I wanted to make sure I had a mirror that was going to give me most of my figure when I go to work in the morning, so I can, you know, check myself out. Jeans are falling off. And here's the towel rack. Let me turn the lights back on. There we go. So towel racks are both the same in black. I think the black looks very good in this bathroom. And there's one for me, one for Scott. They're pretty much the same way I had them before. The only difference is that they are a lower profile, which allows us to have the door open all the way, which is good. Okay. Good thing. So yeah, that's what I did behind the scene. I have one trim right here which has been painted, and I'm gonna start with this and this little corner here, and then coming down here. It's got to stop, and then going back down this way. Because I'm terrible at spatial recognition, this is the corner, but as seen from above. Okay, so that's the way I know where my 45-degree angles are supposed to go. $31.5. Let's measure again. 31.5. Okay, so this is the part that goes on the ceiling. This is the part that's visible. All right, so let me turn this. This is the end, and this goes this way. So I have to cut the 45-degree angle going this way. And then from this end here, because that's got to protrude to the outside, if I understand correctly. And then from here to here, I need 31.5. Now the 31.5 here is the inner corner. So that one I gotta cut going this way. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. That should be good. Alright, the next one is going to be a little bit more complicated because it's got to be a 45-degree angle here. But here, it's got to be a 45-degree thing cut, but on the flat part. It's the same, isn't it? Isn't it the same? No, because this one is, oh my god. I can't think. Yeah, it's the same. Alright, so I gotta measure from the inner corner here to the inner corner here, but the angle's gotta be towards the outside. Oh boy. I am pathetic. And it's so hot. Alright. So from here to 18 and a half. Nope. What did I do? I think I got it. Alright, so this is semi-okay. It's gonna need a little bit of putty. And this one I just cut it straight. It's this one that I will adjust for, okay? You know, I started with the most complicated one on purpose. Because if I was doing that at the end, the amount of mistakes would be unbelievable and I would get really frustrated. Because after that, I don't have any more angles that needs to be cut in the as a slice, you know, like an inner or outer corner. Everything else after that is flat. It's just a matter of cutting it straight or cutting it, you know, at an angle, but not in the wood. I don't know if that makes sense. Here. We're gonna use this. Okay, so I either cut them straight, right? So if it's at an angle, I cut it right here or I cut it right here. But when you do the corner, you gotta cut them at an angle on this side instead. So this is an inner corner and an outer corner. After that, I don't have any corners. It's just a matter of cutting them on the flat side, which is much easier. This is my not going to say beyond my pay grade because I ain't getting paid for this, but this is, I think this is beyond my skills level. I have to be honest, like this kind of stuff, because I can't think 3D. I don't know if it's a cognitive issue, it's just, or lack of experience. It's, when I tell you this is very complicated for me, you trust me, it is very complicated. But I am going to do it, okay? All right. I'm going to sweat that one. I'm just going to put it right on top and I'm going to mark where it needs to get cut. Alright, so I used putty to fill in the little bit of a blank that I had, and then over there, and all of the holes from the nails. I gotta go get a different length, another length for this area right here. But I need the folks who are good at this to tell me, why is it not flush to the ceiling? I'm trying everything I can. I can't push it to the ceiling. So I know this was a DIY job years ago before I purchased the house, but seriously, like the ceiling can't be that bad. There's not a single time where it's flush to the ceiling. And I'm pushing it as much as I can, and it's just not going to the ceiling, whether it's straight or not. It's just very annoying. I don't want to have to caulk the whole thing. I might have to do that. All right, let me take a break. I'll be back. Pain in the butt. I'm gonna have to caulk the seam. So I went online to, I'm making that up, askacarpenter.com. I just went on Google and ask about why would this not be flushed, and they're all saying the same thing. This is not straight. It's curved. Sometimes it's concave, sometimes it's a bump. So no matter what I do, I'm never gonna get it to flush, so I have to caulk. Which makes me wonder, did I really need to paint those ahead of time, considering that I'm gonna have to repaint the whole thing? It is what it is. So let me finish. I'm going to start with the other side. This is pretty much done. It's just got to caulk, it's got to, or the putty's got to dry. I got to lightly sand it and then caulk the edges and then paint over. Hopefully it will look decent, because right now it's not. I'm not happy with this at all. This is not, I mean, it's the look I wanted, but it's not the application I was hoping for. Part of it is me not knowing what I'm doing, but we knew that. Okay, all right, let me get going. You know that not a single one of those angles is a 45-degree angle. It's nuts. Nuts, I tell you. Okay, I read online that if you nail into the ceiling, it gets a little bit flusher, which in my case is a desperate cause, because none of those ceiling or sheetrock jobs here are straight. None of them. I'm telling you, I don't think this is the way you're supposed to do it, and I don't think this is the right type of tree either. because when you put it the other way, it just doesn't match right here. I have the right cut, but it just doesn't match. So I have to use putty to kind of make it fit, which is a terrible job. I have to be honest, like don't use this video as the how-to, okay? Because I'm just showing you what I'm doing, and I'm 90% certain that it's absolutely not the way it's supposed to be done. There's no way. Okay, that was the last one. I have a little gap in between, but I managed, okay? So they're all done. I know it doesn't look like much right now because there's the caulk on it, but this is what it looks like here. And yeah, I mean, you can't, I don't know how to do this, okay? You would think they'd be the same size, but they're not, and I don't have the skills. So what happens is that when you join this one to that one, this one actually is lower than the other one, which I don't understand why, other than obviously it's a different position. I don't know how they do it, other than I don't know how they do it. I just don't. How do they do this, right? Because I had the same problem over there. I think what they do is that they shave it curved. Let me show you. Like here, I think they kind of like curve it to make it fit. I don't have that set of skills, so I'm rebuilding it with caulk and putty, and hope for the best once it's sanded and repainted. Don't linger on it too long. All right, this is just meant to be looked at, whoop, real fast, like that, right? Okay. I gotta eat something. It's 5 o'clock. I haven't had lunch. When I come back, I'll put the caulk on. I'll sand a little bit caulk and then repaint and call it a day, because this was horrendous. Okay, horrendous. Alright, it looks 100% better with the caulk, right? It looks more finished, obviously. I gotta wait for it and then for it to dry, and then I'm gonna have to repaint very carefully with a tiny brush, even if it takes me longer. But even that corner here doesn't look too bad. And then this whole thing here, it's gonna be dark because it's dark outside already, is looking 100% better. All right, I'm gonna clean up, let everything dry, and then repaint. So I don't think you can see much because, let's face it, it's dark outside, but I am painting over. And hopefully I'm doing a okay job. What I don't want is green paint on the ceiling. So I'm gonna do it with a tiny brush. And it just needs one coat. It's done. It's still drying, but it's done. And considering that I had no idea what I was doing, this is actually not looking too bad. Not too bad. I'm trying to go as slow as I can because, you know, I gotta show you that it's not looking bad. It's decent. This is what it looks like over here. Right? And here. Okay, I am done. Okay, so listen, this was brutal and not fun at all. I don't think I want to do trim work. Okay, again, this was granted. The angles, you know, the fact that I'm doing all these different angles on sheetrock that's bumpy, and you know, I had a challenge facing me to begin with, but I don't think I did too bad, and it blends in well. It finishes the room. Yeah, the only thing that bothers me is now the caulk is looking really white compared to the ceiling. So do I want to go over it? Probably not. I'm gonna leave it like this, because remember the ceiling is ivory in color, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. This was a lot. Okay, so the trim is done. What's next? Well, next I gotta order a vanity, and I gotta order a countertop, and it's not gonna be here by next weekend. So next week what I'll do is finish removing all of the tiles along the edges, in particular here, and then on this side, you remember I have like a piece that was blue tile that I painted white. I want to see what it looks like with the blue tiles. So I'm going to remove all the paint, and we'll see what it looks like. And if I don't like it, I'll paint it in green, or I'll put some white over it, but it's got to be repainted anyway, that little corner thing here. And that would be it. I like it. I mean, it looks nice. It looks finished. It looks, you know, I don't know what to say. I like it. Okay. It was difficult. It was challenging. My brain doesn't compute the 3D angle thing. I just, you know, maybe I need to take some course or go online and find out how to do it. Watch a few videos, but it was also, I think, the trim that I picked. I think this is not the kind of trim that you can do angles like with one going this way and the other one going that way. You can do like this and like this, but not like that because of the design on it. So it's probably my fault not knowing what kind of trim I should have used. It doesn't matter, it is done. Okay, so it's one more step in the right direction. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe right here in the corner, and then hit that bell button so you don't miss another catastrophe episode like this one in this series. And you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at My Great Challenge. All the links are down below for my Etsy shops and the Patreon channel if you want exclusive content I don't share here on YouTube. It's more family oriented, behind the scenes stuff. What else? That would be it. Okay, so I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye.